Keenan Shanholtz here, West Virginia Land and Home Realty, and today I'm at a very special property. This is 96 acres located in Augusta, West Virginia, and it has frontage on Sedan School Road. And where I'm standing right here is kind of at the edge of this 10-acre hayfield that's on the property. And this is going to be your building site, you know, somewhere, you know, either in here or, you know, kind of back this way, maybe more back in there, you know. And I'll get to all that, you know, and explain that, how that's going to work. But this is at the dead end. Sedan School Road dead ends basically right past the edge of the property. And there's two houses beyond you there, so you kind of got two neighbors. And then the Sedan School Road dead ends at North River, which is right over here. And the closest neighbor you have here is through the way, and that's the gentleman who owns this property, and he's keeping 20 acres there with his house and selling this 96 acres. But just kind of walk you around here just a bit. I guess there you're probably almost looking, I guess you're probably looking due east that direction, and south is going to be this way. And the sun's probably going to set about right back yonder through here like this. But this property's covered in, sorry, my map's about to blow away here. Hang on a minute. So, let me show you this. So I'm standing about right here. And that's the outline of the entire property. Here's the 20 acres with the house on it that's being kept by the owner. And this is all your frontage on Sedan School Road, from about right here all the way down through. So there's, it's at least a quarter mile or so frontage on Sedan School Road. And what you're going to do, you're going to have to put your driveway in off of Sedan School Road. It's kind of going to come in right here, and I'll take a video down there. But you're going to kind of come up that hollow a little bit and swing up here into the field with your driveway, and then your build's going to be, you know, like up in here. But so, you know, there's no right of way up the existing driveway here or anything like that. That's why you're going to have to build your own driveway in. You'll have your own access. And then there's a great trail system on this property, which there's a trail that runs out of this field down through here, which you can see. And then there's a trail, you know, I can drive my truck, and I'll do that. I can drive my truck all the way up into here. And at one time, those used to be fields up in there that they cut hay off of, and they've kind of let it grow up. And it's a great bedding area for deer and stuff, but there's a gentleman that cuts hay off this field here. So you can either have this in farm class or managed timber. The taxes will basically be next to nothing on this property. You know, your farm class, you're looking at probably 50 cents an acre. Timber, 75 cents an acre. So basically, you know, about $70 a year for the taxes on this place until you build something on it. But what I do want to show you, so the property line here is going to be right down in this hollow behind us, and it kind of kicks around there and runs up. But this property is 100% usable. There is basically zero waste to it. You can get around all of it. There's not a steep place on it. But let me just kind of show you here, and it's covered in white oaks. The timber hasn't been touched here on this property for years. It's mostly white oak, which is the most valuable timber you can have right now, pretty much, in terms of oak. And that's the preferred mass. You know, the white oak acorn's the deer's favorite. So, but what the property does, it right down in this hollow, at the bottom of that hollow is the line here between this and the 20 acres that Mr. Ratliff's keeping with the house. And when you follow this hollow up there so far, it kicks over to the left about 100 yards and then goes all the way that way. But, and I'll do videos as we go here, but this is gorgeous. I mean, super private. I mean, Sedan School Road's a state maintained road, so you got state maintained road frontage. There's an electric pole on the property down off the corner of the field, so you got access to electricity. You don't need to get electric right away from someone. And it's on the eastern side of the county. So from right here, you can be at the hospital in Winchester in about 35 minutes. So It's definitely less than 40 minutes from Winchester, 40 minutes off Interstate 81. Easy 2-hour drive from here to downtown DC. It's easy to get here. Good roads. Let me walk you up here and kind of show you the full girth of this field here. It's right at 10 acres. I measured it online, but you know, so you're not having to clear a bunch of trees for a building site to get a view or anything like that. I mean, anywhere you build in this field, which I imagine will probably be up in there somewhere, you're gonna turn back and have a great view. That's called North River Mountain there, is the name of that mountain. So you're not necessarily have long range views, but you're looking at something. You know, you're looking right into North River Mountain there. Very pretty. But I'll just take different shots here as we go and let you guys be the judge. But Sedan School Road is right down over the hill from us. And like I said, probably what you're gonna do, and also I wanna point out, this property's really elevated in above Sedan School Road. So like, you know, nobody's gonna see that you're up here. You know, you're not gonna be able to see the house from the road or anything like that. And just look at those big white oaks down there. You know, I mean, the way the oaks line the field edge is perfect. But you're probably gonna come off Sedan School Road and pop out right down in there somewhere and have your driveway come up kind of through the open field, so you're not spending a bunch of money and taking out trees unnecessarily to build your driveway or anything like that. I mean, that's what I would do. But I'm just going to shut up and let you soak it all in here. Keenan Shanholtz here again, West Virginia Land and Home Realty. I wanted to take a video kind of at the upper side of this field. I mean, where I was taking the first one was down there, but I mean, this is nice and flat back here, you know, kind of at this top, and then you're getting the full kind of view of the field here or whatever. But I just wanted to show you one bonus of this property is you get this really nice school bus. Comes with the property. I know that's everybody's dream to have an old school bus, but other than the school bus here, that's the only thing laying around on the property that I've seen, you know, that you would have to dispose of or do something with. It's not like there's a bunch of junk laying around or anything like that. But here is the path that kind of will take you and lead you all the way back through the property. Like I said, I'll drive my truck up there and do some video shots, but doesn't that look pretty? I mean, that is just gorgeous. And now, let me shut my truck door here, but let me take you here. I just want to kind of show you down through the woods here, just to kind of give you an idea how nice and open the woods are on this property. It's phenomenal. I haven't seen woods like this in a while, and when it comes to timber, I have a pretty good idea what I'm looking at. I've been doing this for so long, but just look at that down through there. And the whole property pretty much looks like that. You know, you don't see any gigantic timber. I mean, most of it's about this size, which is going to be about a 17, 18-inch tree. But just look how open and clean those woods are. And like I said, I'd probably pop my driveway down across that flat out into the field and just kind of let my driveway kind of come up here like so. And what a great spot to have a home, a cabin, whatever you want. A barn dominium would be a good fit here, you know, where you're doing the building and the house all together. I mean, those things are pretty ritzy these days. And that way, you know, you got your shop and your, you know, garage and stuff all connected to one building under one roof. But just gorgeous. Keenan Shanholtz here again, West Virginia Land and Home Realty. I'm on the 96 acres on Sedan School Road in Augusta, West Virginia. And just wanted to kind of get you back here to the back of the property a little bit more. Let me zoom this out just a little bit. So here, I want to show you where we're at here. So I drove out of the big field here like this, came up through, and right now I'm sitting right here. And like I said, at one time, you know, they cut hay back in here and they just kind of quit doing it. And now it's growing up in pines and a bunch of like young oak scrub like. And man, this is just a phenomenal place. I mean, this is where your deer are going to bed at and stuff back in here. And, you know, this is the only basically scrubby part of the property because it's growed up field back here. But, you know, you could see how, you know, the edges of it are just surrounded by these big oak trees and stuff. But I'll tell you, if you wanted to, oh, I think I hear deer running right now. Trying to get my eyes on them. They're hearing me talking. But if you see like right there, and I'll try to point, and I don't know if I can do it or not, but like right in there where there's two little hollows that come together down here, like if you wanted to build a pond on this property, right down in there would be the kind of like the place to do it, to make a watering hole. And, you know, that's really about the only thing that this property doesn't have is like a water feature. But, you know, you could build a pond that, like I said, right down in there, just not some huge pond, but just something big enough for a water hole for the game. And then what the property does, it goes up to the top and kind of over the top of this ridge up here. So like just use that top of that ridge there as your guide. The property goes up and I mean takes in the whole ridge top out through there. So you got this big flat ridge top up here that goes with the property, and it just breaks kind of like down over the top of that ridge here according to the topo, and that right there is going to be kind of like the ridge top above where I'm at right now. And then everything just kind of filters down to Sedan School Road, which is over this way. So we're really where we're at right now. We're kind of over on the far left-hand side of the property, or the far, excuse me, like southern boundary. This is going to be west right here. I mean, basically when you're in the field, the building site's looking due east. So this is going to be east, west, south, and then north back this way. But yeah, you could see the ridge top up here like this. But and then another thing I want to point out about this property, over on this side, that property is about 700 and some acres, and it's in a conservation easement, so it cannot ever be developed. So the neighbor here that you share probably the biggest boundary with, that property cannot be, this whole property in here is in a conservation easement and cannot be re-subdivided. And then across Sedan School Road, that's a big family property there. It's about 400 acres. So you're surrounded by big stuff back in here. So pretty much what you see is what you get. So you can buy with confidence, you know, knowing that, you know, you're not going to be encroached upon. And but one thing I will say, this property has tremendous development potential. There's not a whole lot of that going on in the area right now like it was in the mid-2000s. But in terms of like a property for development for like 5-acre lots, 10-acre lots, I mean, you know, if that's something you thought about doing down the road from an investment standpoint, this property certainly would suit for that, and lays plenty good enough for that. So, and also one other thing, I know I'm getting long-winded here, brand new survey on this property. The survey was just completed, and I believe the total acreage is 96.47. I think it's where we came out on the acreage. But you even got, I mean, you got a point here with a nice view kind of looking more to the south when you get back here. I mean, it all lays good. It's all very nice and usable. Keenan Shanholtz here again, West Virginia Land and Home Realty on the 96 acres on Sedan School Road. I just can't help myself. You know, this property's so nice. I just want to make sure I illustrate how nice it really is. But I don't know if you could see my truck up through there. That's just where I took the last video. My truck's sitting up through there. So I've walked out here on this point, and I'm going to zoom in here so you can see this. See the orange posted sign on the tree down there? That's to the south, and that's the conservation easement property over to that side. But, you know, when you get up in here, you got views looking down in the farm fields down there along North River. I'll zoom in. You can see the green fields down there. But one of the things I wanted to illustrate from this standpoint is, look how good this lays. That's as gentle of a taper down through there as you can get. Like I said, I'm all the way over on kind of like the southern boundary here, and the property line's about 70 yards over here to my right. But that's the grade of the property. I mean, it is very gentle, just super secluded back in here, but easy to get to. You know, if you like to hunt, I mean, there's no place here that's hard to get a deer out of. You know, any place you want to put a tree stand or a blind up, good visibility through the woods and everything. But I'm just kind of, as you can tell, I'm kind of giddy about this property. I've been doing this for 22 years, and nobody has sold more land around here than me in that time period. And this big stuff, you know, tracts like this is really kind of my bread and butter. And I think my lifetime count is up to, I think I'm over 300,000 acres sold. This is in the top 10 percentile for sure. This property, I would classify this as being in the top 10 percentile of quality in terms of the topography, the views, the timber, the access, location, just what it has to offer. Properties like this are just, and it's probably overused, but in this case it's true. Properties like this are just really hard to find. Something this size that lays this good, you know, and has views, has the field on it. I mean, having that 10-acre field like that, you know, if you wanted to move here and have livestock, you know, there's pasture for that. It's an opening for a game plot for deer and wildlife. I mean, it's huge because, you know, you can't just come out to a property and make a 10-acre field without having a tremendous expense in doing so, and a tremendous amount of work. There you can see the size. I mean, that's a 20-inch white oak right there. But yeah, this is a good one. You can look for a long time and not find one as nice as this. It is high quality. Keenan Shanholtz here, West Virginia Land and Home Realty. I just wanted to do one last video here on the 96 acres on Sedan School Road. So this is Sedan School Road here. Like I said, the property has a ton of frontage on Sedan School. I mean, it's well over a quarter mile for sure. But what I wanted to point out here was, I wanted to show you, this is where, basically right in here is where your driveway is going to go in at. You know, this is where you'll have to build your entrance at to get up into the property. And it's probably, you know, you'll have to put a culvert in here, you know, and probably come in like this. And then probably, you know, move some of this dirt, and there'll be another little culvert in there. And you'll just kind of swing right up. You know, your excavator, whoever does the road for you, will figure out how the best way to get up in there is. But you'll snake up through there a little bit. And as you can see how it daylights out up here, that's the big hayfield up there. So, you know, probably, you know, I don't know how to put a length on it. I mean, from here up to the top of the field, like where the bus is setting, is a little piece. But like I said, you're probably going to want to get it out into the field. Well, right here's the road bed right here. You could see like a little trail cut in there like that. So, I mean, you could work off of this. And I mean, the sooner you get into the field, the cheaper it's going to be to put your road in here. I mean, there's a little four-wheeler path going up this point right here. There is a little drainage in here. Yeah, there's, oh yeah. There's ATV path right up through here like this. It kind of, you can maybe see it like that sticks across it there. And then, you know, you can see a little road bed going up into there. But basically, the sooner you can get up into that field, you're going to avoid, you know, taking out trees and whatnot. It'll keep the cost down for building your driveway and stuff. But there's ATV paths in here. And actually, now that I'm looking at it, I guess this is that hollow that runs down from where I said would be a pretty good place to build a pond at. But you actually got this is nice. You got a little waterfall right here. Check that out. We'll have to raise the price now. But look at that. Look how that just stair steps down through there. Let me zoom that in a little bit more. It's really pretty. But so yeah, this is where you know, your driveway will come in right through there, and you'll figure out how to get up there into the field. I lied. That wasn't my last video there. I walked up in here a little bit, and this is really easy to see now. So, trucks down there along Sedan School Road, and there's already a road bed in here. I mean, you're going to come in and have a culvert in here. You're going to have a culvert at the road, and another culvert crossing this little creek right here. But you're going to push some of that hill off and fill that in. But right here, you could see, you know, the road bed kind of going right up through there just like that. And there's another one going up the hollow here further. But yeah, I mean, this is definitely the spot, you know, to put your road in here. Let's just walk up here. I mean, the more you look, the more you find. I'll say that. It's hard to explore a whole 100 acres, but I just see, you can see the road bed right there to my right. And right there's the field. Just look how pretty that is. And I'm trying to see what this road bed does. Oh yeah, it just continues kind of that where that log's across. It just runs right up through there and takes you right up to where your building site's going to be. So yeah, there's probably not a whole lot. I mean, there's already a bed here, so probably would keep it up through the woods here, and you wouldn't have to take as many trees as what I thought. So